All right, Python masters, buckle up, because today we're going deep, diving headfirst into the magnificent world of the Tkinter Text widget.
Magnificent, you say? I like where your head's at. Get ready to have your minds blown, because this isn't just some dusty old text box. This, my friends, is a powerhouse of possibilities.
You're preaching to the choir. And to guide us on this epic journey of text-based discovery, we've got a trusty sidekick, a treasure trove of knowledge from, you guessed it, plus2net.com.
A classic for a reason. And trust me, by the time we're done with this deep dive, you'll be benching those single-line entry fields and chanting text widget or bust.
Now you're speaking my language. But before we start composing digital sonnets, let's address the elephant in the room. Why does the text widget deserve a spot on our wall of fame? What makes it so special?
An excellent question. Imagine this. You're building the next killer chat application, a sleek, modern word processor that'll make Google Docs tremble. What's the one thing you absolutely need?
Okay, I'm picturing it. A sleek interface, smooth functionality, and tons of space to type right. No one wants to be limited to a single line.
Bingo. That's where the text widget struts in. Cape billowing in the digital wind. It's your multi-line champion, ready to handle all the epic tales, eloquent prose, and maybe even a grocery list or two.
Okay, I'm sold. Multi-line hero it is.
But before we start writing the next great American novel, how do we even summon this magical text box into existence?
No need for blood sacrifices here, thankfully. We're talking a pinch of Python, a dash of Tkinter magic. First things first, import Tkinter, that's your trusty toolkit. Then you create your main application window. Think of it like the stage for your GUI masterpiece.
The state, okay, I'm visualizing it. What next?
Then it's as simple as saying, and I quote, T1 equals T, text, parent window, options.
Options. And now you're speaking my language.
Yeah.
I love a good customization session. We're talking fonts, colors, maybe some stylish borders. Spill the tea. You read my mind. It's like interior decorating for your text box. Width, height, background color, you name it, the text widget probably has an option for it. And of course, we can't forget about our good friend, the grid layout. Keep those GUI elements in line.
Organization is key, my friend. But a text box is only as good as what you can actually do with it right now. Don't leave me hanging.
You and me both. The real fun starts when we dive into the art of text manipulation. Reading, inserting, deleting. Think of it like sculpting digital masterpieces with your keyboard.
Now you're making me hungry. Hit me with those text wrangling techniques.
All right, picture this. You need to grab all the text from the widget. Tinker, in all its wisdom, hands you the get method, your trusty retrieval spell.
Okay, got it.
Now, let's say inspiration strikes, and you need to insert a stroke of genius at a specific point. Insert, that's your go-to. And if disaster strikes, a typo rears its ugly head, well, delete swoops in to save the day.
Wait a minute. Get, insert, delete. These sound awfully familiar. Are we still talking about Tkinter, or have we time-traveled back to Python 101?
And that's the beauty of it. Python, in all its infinite wisdom, likes to keep things consistent. The skills you've honed, the code you probably dreamt about it all translates beautifully to the world of GUI programming.
I do love a good skill transfer. But there's always a catch, isn't there? Some little quirk that trips up every beginner. Don't leave me in suspense.
You know me too well. So the text widget, it likes to play by its own rules. And one of those rules is, shall we say, a bit eccentric. Unlike some of its Tkinter comrades, it doesn't quite vibe with the text variable option.
Text variable, the plot thickens. For those of us who haven't quite memorized the entire Tkinter playbook, what does this actually mean in practice?
It means we need to get a bit creative. If we're not using text variable to link it to a variable like we might with other widgets, how do we actually use the text from our beloved text widget? Well, my friend, that's where things get really interesting. So we're left with this burning question: how do we actually use the text from our text widget? How do we unleash its trapped wisdom onto the world?
I'm on the edge of my seat. Let's say we've got this awesome text widget. Users are going wild, typing in their deepest thoughts, their brilliant ideas. How do we capture that digital gold and, I don't know, display it in a label, for dramatic effect?
You speak the language of user experience. Let's paint a picture. We've got our text widget primed and ready. We've also got a button just hanging out, waiting for its moment to shine. And below that, a label, blank as a fresh canvas, ready to be adorned with the fruits of our users' digital labor.
Okay, I'm with you. Button, label, text widget. We're building a masterpiece here.
Exactly. So user types their heart out in the text widget, hits that button, and bam, the label springs to life, displaying whatever they've typed. Magic.
Okay, that does sound pretty magical, but how do we actually make this happen? Is there some secret Tkinter incantation I need to know?
No need for arcane rituals here. It's all about harnessing those Tkinter methods we talked about earlier. Remember our friend, the get method, our trusty text retriever. It's
Yeah.
making a comeback.
All right, get, I remember. So we grab the text from the text widget using get, and then what? How does it end up in the label? Do we just throw it at the label and hope for the best?
Not quite, though I appreciate the enthusiasm. We need to enlist the help of another Tkinter method, the label's very own config method. Think of it like giving the label a gentle nudge, a little update to its appearance.
Config. Okay, this is starting to sound familiar.
We use config to change all sorts of things about our widgets, but in this case, we're using it to update the label's text attribute with the text we snagged from the text widget using, you guessed it, get.
It's all coming together now. We're basically building an information pipeline. Text flows from the text widget, gets grabbed by get, takes a quick detour through config, and bam, it's displayed in the label. Beautiful.
Poetry in motion, my friend. And that, my friend, is the essence of Tkinter building interactive applications where information flows seamlessly between widgets. But we're just getting started. Are you ready for more text widget awesomeness?
Hit me with your best shot. I'm ready to unlock the full potential of this text-based titan.
All right, then, let's talk about something seemingly simple, yet deceptively powerful: focus. Ever noticed how when you open an application, the cursor often seems to magically appear in a specific text box, patiently waiting for you to start typing?
All the time. It's like they know exactly where I want to start typing before I do. It's a little spooky, to be honest.
Spooky? Maybe, but incredibly useful. And it's all thanks to the focus method, working diligently behind the scenes. A single line of code t1.focus. And you, my friend, become the puppet master of user attention, subtly guiding their focus exactly where you want it.
That's both amazing and slightly terrifying. I like it. So we can control the cursor with focus. What other tricks does the text widget have up its sleeve?
Oh, we're just getting warmed up. Let's talk about character counting, but with a Tkinter twist. The +2net source code actually gives us a nifty little code snippet for counting characters in a text widget, excluding long breaks.
Okay, that's actually really useful. I can see how that would come in handy, especially for applications with character limits. You wouldn't want sneaky line breaks messing up your count.
Precisely. It's those small details, those elegant solutions that make kickin' programming so rewarding. Speaking of small but mighty, there's another gem hidden in the source code, a one-liner for deleting the last character in the text widget.
Oh, do tell. I'm always up for a good shortcut.
Just a single line, t1.delete, n2c. But it'll save you a world of hassle. No need to write complex functions or reinvent the wheel.
N2C. It looks like something I'd need tattooed on my arm for future reference, but I can definitely see the appeal. It's all about working smarter, not harder, right?
Now you're speaking my language. But we've saved the best for last. Are you ready for the ultimate Tkinter text wrangling superpower?
After that build-up, you better believe I'm ready. Lay it on me.
Prepare to have your mind blown tags. If you truly want to unlock the text widget's full potential, to wield its power like a digital Michelangelo sculpting masterpieces out of code, tags, my friend, are your new best friend.
Tags. Okay, I'm intrigued, but also a little terrified. Are we talking about those little sticky things you put on GIFs? Do I need to buy a label maker?
Think of it more like digital labels for your text. They give you the power to apply specific styles, events, even actions to different portions of text within the same widget.
Wait, hold on. Different styles for different parts of the text in the same widget? We're not just stuck with one font, one color for the whole thing. This is next-level Tkinter wizardry.
You're catching on. Tags are your secret weapon for fine-grained control over the look and feel of your text, unleashing a world of possibilities. But let's save the deep dive into the magical world of tags for part 3, shall we?
You're killing me. All right, fine. You've piqued my curiosity. But you better believe I'm coming back for part 3, ready to unravel the mysteries of tags. All right, tag team, let's do this. We're back, we're pumped, and we're ready to unlock the full potential of Tkinter tags. Spill the beans. What hidden depths are we exploring today?
Okay, so we've got TagAdd, our trusty label maker, slapping those tags onto our text like there's no tomorrow. We've got TagInfig, our style guru, making those tag chunks look absolutely fabulous. And of course, we've got Tagream, our trusty undo button for when we have a change of heart.
A solid lineup. But what if we want to go nuclear? What if we want to completely obliterate a tag, erase it from existence like it never even happened? Asking for a friend, of course.
Tkinter's got your back. Introducing Tag Delete.
Our tag terminator, here to vanquish any unwanted tags with extreme prejudice.
Music to my ears. But before we go on a tag deleting rampage, let's rewind for a second. Remember those options we talked about way back when we were first creating our text widget? Are those just like one-time use things?
Hmm.
Or can we, spice things up a bit as we go?
Ah, you're thinking ahead. I like it. It's not a one-and-done situation at all. We've got dynamic customization powers at our fingertips. Fonts, colors, borders, you name it. We can tweak those attributes on the fly to fine-tune our text widget to perfection. It's like giving our text widget a mid-performance makeover. Dynamic updates, I'm all about it. Give me some examples. Let's get specific.
Oh, we can get as granular as you want. Change the background color of selected text to really make it pop. Adjust the width of that little border that appears on selection. Even tweak the appearance of that ever so important blinking cursor. It's all about the details, my friend.
Details, details, details. I'm starting to feel like a Tkinter artisan, crafting these beautiful, functional text areas with laser-like precision. It's way more satisfying than I ever imagined.
It's a beautiful thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
And it's not just about making it work. It's about making it a delight to use. Those little touches make all the difference.
preach. So, as we wrap up this epic text widget deep dive, what's the one golden nugget of wisdom, the one piece of advice that you would impart to our listeners, especially those who are just dipping their toes into the vast ocean of Tkinter?
Don't be afraid to break things.
Okay.
Maybe not literally, but experiment. Play around with the text widget's methods, try different tag configurations, push the limits, and see what amazing things you can create. That's how we all learn and grow.
Words to code by. Embrace the experimentation, the inevitable bugs, the moments of, wait, why is it doing that? It's all part of the journey. And who knows, you might just stumble upon the next great Tkinter innovation.
Absolutely. And remember, the Tkinter community is your oyster. Tons of resources, helpful folks on forums. Don't hesitate to reach out if you hit a roadblock or need a dose of inspiration. We were all beginners once.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And on that note, my fellow code wranglers, it's time to bid farewell to the wonderful world of the Tkinter Text widget. We've laughed, we've learned, we've maybe even shed a tear or two over those pesky tags. But most importantly, we've gained a newfound appreciation for the power and versatility of this often overlooked Tkinter hero.
And remember, folks, the only limit is your imagination. Until next time.
Go forth and code amazing things. See you on the next deep dive.